Hi everyone, welcome to our session today all about using your Smart Canvas features. We're going to learn about what this tool is, how you can use it, and get practicing together. Come join us now. Let's dive in to our Smart Canvas features. My name is Katie Eklund, and I will be your trainer for today, walking you through all of these steps. So let's first start by what is a Smart Canvas? It's a collection of components that boost collaboration and productivity by connecting objects to create seamless journeys across Google Workspace. It consists of building blocks and smart chips. So basically, what that is it's bringing tools together inside of a Google document to create a one-stop shop workflow. So let's learn about our two different parts. Building blocks are the first part of this. Building blocks help you expand what a doc does by connecting other tools inside of one document. It brings them together, whether it be connecting with different tools to create meeting notes, email drafts, calendar events, or building custom items. To access this, you simply type the @ symbol anywhere in your document, or you can use your insert menu dropdown. Let's go look at an example of how this works. I'm going to go over to my blank Google document. Just like I said before, you can easily type in your @ symbol and you can scroll down to find all of your building blocks, or you can go to your insert menu and scroll down until you see your building block options. There are many options built right in here, such as creating meeting notes, email drafts, or calendar events. Let's look at what an email draft looks like. If I select this option, it will build this email draft directly in my document. I can build my email right here and type out who it's going to, any CCs or BCCs, a subject line, and then my email message down here below. And you have your email draft ready to go. You'll notice you have a little drop down here where you could change those boxes, but you don't really need to because you're just writing an email draft. Once it's ready to go, you're going to come up to your blue M right up here and you're going to click preview in Gmail. When you do that, it's going to take it straight into a Gmail email for you and it will show you the entire thing. And once it's ready to go, you simply just click send. Very simple, very easy way to start building in some great building blocks. Other options of building blocks: meeting notes, calendar events, product roadmap, review tracker, and project assets. But lots of great options here, including this custom building block. But let's go learn what that is. Custom building blocks allow you to create and save your own building blocks that you can use at any time in a future document where you create or where you collaborate. Again, it's found from your using your @ symbol or from that insert menu. Very simple, very easy. So I'm going to walk you through this process as well. So let's go back over here and let's go down in our document and say we want to build a lesson plan template, right? Or a custom building block for our lesson plans. So if I go to insert and maybe I want a table, right? So I'm going to have probably a 3x3 and I'm going to give it some titles. So I'm going to give it different titles. Whichever I want it to be, I can customize my table, set it all the way up, and add any other content I would like. Once it's all ready to go, whatever my custom building block is, and generally remember this is kind of like a template. I'm going to go to insert and I'm going to go to building blocks and I'm going to select custom building block. So now I can choose, do I want to make a brand new one or do I want to grab an existing one? Or I can also manage my existing ones, but we're going to build a new one together today. So let's highlight the area of my document because remember, we have all this stuff above. We don't want that stuff. We just simply want the areas we highlighted. Once we are done, we're going to click save. It's going to ask us to give it a name. Give it a description if you want, and then you simply click create. Once you've done that, it's going to create it. It's going to say, hey, this is done. Do you want to open that custom document with that? or you can just say got it and move forward. Very simple, very easy. If I go back to my insert menu and my building blocks and my custom building blocks, you can now see there is that plans one. And when you hover over it, you can see it's its own individual document right here that has that information in it. You can always click on this pencil to be able to open that specific document and edit it as needed. Every time you create a custom building block, it will go into its own custom document. So if again, I go back here into my building blocks and open my custom building blocks, you can see I have 3 different ones. If I want to manage those, I can do so, and it will take me into that folder in my Google Drive. Very simple, very easy. Let's zoom in to get a little bit better look. So you can see here are these options, and if I'm like, oop, I don't want this one anymore, I could simply remove that and get rid of that building block. Very simple, very easy. I could remove as many as I needed to or open them up and edit them. And if I close these all back out and then I go back to my insert under my building blocks and go to my custom building blocks, you're going to see there's only the one left because I just removed the rest of them. So building custom building blocks are a great way to customize and have things ready at your fingertips, whether you're creating a brand new document or inserting it into a document you're collaborating on. You can absolutely do that. Great ideas for this are not only lesson plans, but newsletters, common things that you do with your students. Maybe it's a writing activity, maybe it's a flow chart, maybe it's a hyperdoc that you're creating, but these are really great ways to have them at your fingertips whenever you need to. And one more thing, when you go into your custom building blocks and you go to that manage option, you'll notice this is in Google Drive. This is a document that you can absolutely share. If I go over to my 3 dots or right click, I can absolutely share this just like any other document. So you can create a building block and then share it with someone who needs it as well. So go ahead now, and I want you to go practice trying to create some building blocks, whether you're going to use one that's already there, like an email or meeting notes, or go create your own custom one. Let's get started. Just a quick practice though, because we have a task coming up after we learn the second part of our Smart Canvas. So just go try it out, but then come back and join us. Welcome back, everybody. Let's learn and focus on part 2, which is Smart Chips. Smart Chips are a way for you to bring in data into your Google Documents and encourage that collaboration and connection between the different products that you use. You can have it bring in people, dates, specific files, calendar events, places, and some extra enhanced ones that I will walk you through together. But Smart Chips are a really great way to bring the interactivity of your document into life in a one-stop shop. And again, whether it's a document you created or a document you're collaborating, you could access these at any time. These are some examples of Smart Chip types, but I'm going to walk you through them, but I just wanted to highlight these first. You can see right here, we have our voting chip, we have our different drop-down options, we have tasks, and we have timers and stopwatches. So let's go back to our Google document and see these in action. So I'm going to go below my lesson plan custom building block here, and let's try some out. And again, you can find these by typing your @ symbol, or you can go to your insert menu and go to Smart Chips, whichever one you want. You can simply select the one you want, and then, for example, on this date one, if I wanted to do date, I could today, or I could choose a future date or a past date, and you click OK, and it drops it in there. Notice once we have a date in there, look, I can then create a calendar event from that. Very simple, very easy if I need to. So the date one is a really great option. We also, and then notice in our @ symbol, our Smart Chips are in a slightly different order than if we were to simply just go to our insert menu. So we also have the ability to add in people, and it tags them right there. Very simple. Notice this email that I tagged, which is my email, I do not have access to this document currently because I'm in a different account, and it gives me that reminder like, hey, you tagged someone, but they don't have access. Let's share that with them. So that's another nice little reminder when you're attaching people and bringing them into your tools. The next one below that is bringing in different files. So you can bring in your lesson plans, you can bring in meeting notes, whatever tools you need to, you can bring them in. Then when you hover over them, you can see exactly what it is and click on it and open it in a new tab if you need to. Our next one under that is calendar events. So I can choose a calendar event that's already been created, or I could create one again, remember, from the date. So lots of really nice options. And this one is really great, especially if you're doing like meeting notes, because then you can attach calendar events into your meeting notes as needed. Smart Chips, again, under calendar, we have bringing in a specific place. So you can search for a place and actually like tag somewhere. So maybe this is meeting notes and you're going to tag like where the next meeting is, if it's off campus, things like that. Under that, in our Smart Chip options, we have our voting chips. So voting chips are really great because they can be added in and you can choose. You can do the thumbs up, a heart, you can just do a plus sign, or you can get creative and choose a fun emoji. And then once you do that, it lists it right here wherever your cursor was. And then whoever's in the document, they just click it once to kind of vote for it. If they click it again, it takes their vote away. Popping back over here, we have this nice little video showing kind of, it's a great way for students to be able to go in and give feedback using that voting system. So that's a great way to use that voting chip right there. All right, let's keep on moving forward through our Smart Chips. We also have a stopwatch, which is really great, and you can have it running so you can time kind of how long this is taking to do. If you need to, you can pause it at any time and reset it. Along the lines of the stopwatch, we also have a timer. And this one is my favorite because if you have a group working in here, you can give them a set amount of time. So then that way they know how much longer they have. So this is another really great tool to be able to insert as a smart chip. And then finally, our last option here is variables. Variables are a way for you to create custom kind of drop downs and options. And this is a really great way to maybe give some peer edits. So you can create a kind of like a list. So we created something called peer edits, and then we can add items to it, right? So then we can customize that, we can change the name, we can insert that. So lots of really, really great options there for you to check out. So definitely try that one out. And then we have our drop down option as well. So you can make brand new drop downs, use the presets as you can see, or for example, on this one that I created, it's a drop down for different numbers. So I created this one for periods 1 through 5. So lots of great, great options within your Smart Chips to definitely try out. So I would really encourage you to kind of try these different ones out, not just the ones you see here on the screen, but any of those, because it's a really great way to, again, increase that collaboration and engagement inside of your Google Doc using your Smart Canvas. Now it's your task. Use Smart Canvas and Google Docs to create a tool that you can use and need at any time. Examples can be a newsletter, a lesson plan, or a specific activity that you do regularly with your students. But this time we're going to expand your challenge. Earlier, you practiced with just the building blocks, but now you're going to build a building block and you're going to integrate your Smart Chips. So maybe you're going to have a lesson plan building block where you insert a smart chip of a custom dropdown or a custom variable or specific dates. Or maybe you're going to do a newsletter where you're bringing in calendar invites or resources of things like slide decks that you would like to share with families.